Hey everybody! I hope we don't lose electricity. Some major storms. Welcome in to WCIA Network. Um, I'm, we'll see. It's pretty bad out there. We'll see, what happens with my internet. Welcome to WCIA Network, you guys, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Colleen, Adrian, hi, Sassafras, Jean, hello, Mary. Sorry, the weather really kind of screwed things up. So I really, really hope to get through this because tonight, hi Vanessa, tonight we are going through part 4 of the Summer Moonwells Elements Only series. What does that mean? 32 to 63, hello, G.H. White. That means that I am going to be only showing you particular elements tonight and how I've been following them since day one, and I'm going to show you photos. So instead of me just saying, oh, look at that thing sticking out of her eyeball, thank you, Sassafras, I'm going to show you other photos that have the same thing. So when I say to you guys, the element is right there in her eye, knowing we have new subscribers, which I'm so grateful for, and thank you for your new subscribers here. It really makes a difference, so thank you. You know what that means, and you know that I just didn't pull it out of nowhere saying, oh, look at that thing the thing in her eye, right? Because I've been following that thing in their eye for almost 2 years since Summer Moonwells introduced me to these elements. I just put some few photos up to get you guys going and get you into the swing of things here. Everything I say here is for entertainment, educational purposes, and nothing's been proven correct or nothing here has been proven wrong either. It's just another channel I have my own philosophy, and I work through spirit, and I work through my clairvoyance and medium and give you what I see. Since day one, hi Rachel, Kelly, since day one, June 16th, I started putting these elements out, and I didn't have much to go by other than trusting where I'm being led to. And this series is all about showing you how it hasn't changed since the very first day I went on talking about these elements, that I really didn't have anything to show you guys backup information. I would show you extremely difficult photos to see, if even that. When I look back in my videos and I say way back, oh, look at that. And I'm looking at the picture, I'm listening to myself, I'm like, how are they supposed to know what they're supposed to look at? So I do get it. I do get frustration sometimes that you have it. I understand. But I just do the best to my ability to explain it. This is a group that is attached to Summer Moonwells. It's where I got these photos. It's a family that is somehow attached to the Wells case. And when I saw these photos here, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put it to the side, so the day that my listeners, you guys, my amazing listeners and family over here, could understand and then feel comfortable, like, oh yeah, I totally get it and see it. What you see here around this lady is it's maroon with the white, right? And she has that little thing in her eye. When I start to talk about the fake Molly's scarf, and I'm like, oh, there it is again with all of the symbols and information. This is what This is just another way it looks. It looks like this, but the information is all the same. This information is someone is being sacrificed and being used, and she's holding her little box, and her chin is connected to the box. And I don't know how this shit works. All I know is, thank you, 3263. All I know is it stays the same. So when it stays the same, then there's the pattern. So I selected elements for these elements only series that I have selected because they consistently show up. So sometimes the deep fake might be a scarf, but it looks the same and it's in the same position and same place. This thing, and when I'm showing you guys this stuff, because this is what I'm going over. This here, this is real. They hold these between their fingers, and it's part of the trophies. This is a very significant part of what is in their fingers, and many times I'll show this to you. It will be red, it'll look bloody, it'll be white, but it's part of whatever they're doing. It needs to be there, right? I'm going to show a lot of this today. They are in armor, and this family really showed a lot of information, but it was very difficult for people listening and following to grasp onto it, and I totally get it. This here is a perfect example, and I'm going to show you over and over today how the faces are just like this. And this is the basket that I've shown you in Kiely Rodni. This here, she sits in, there's heads in these baskets up on top, right? And this is what the faces look like. As far as the other people around them, they get camouflaged, just like that. This is these are very clear photos, and I do know people ask me all the time, why are your photos not so clear? Because it's really, really, really difficult to pull the photo out from between the deep fake. So it takes hours upon hours, I mean hours, like all day, for me to hold my finger ever so slightly and move my cursor so slowly until it clicks between the two frames. And what's between the two frames are usually, it's the photo of the truth, but it's not so clear. Once in a while, I'll get a video like this that shows it very clearly, and this was way in the beginning. And I'll put it up, and I put these photos up before, and I'm like, this is the Summer Moon Wells, and this was way in the beginning. This is what they've done to Summer Moon and all the children, and this is called the sacrifice that I'm following. Nothing. I mean, no one, so I kind of am done asking the authorities. I'm putting it out there knowing they're listening, knowing that I give this information. But I've kind of let go of the fact of thinking, I let go of thinking that someone's going to go to rescue the people that are here in these outfits to be camouflaged, and they're the ones that are being sacrificed. And unfortunately for them, no one's coming right now, because if they did, we'd know it. So notice what's around his neck. It's again, let me circle it. It's again the maroon with the white, and it looks like that lady's thing on her neck, but this is exactly what I showed you on Candace, on Molly, and also in Gotcha Man's garage. So these things don't change. Like all of this stays the same, right? His face stays the same. These elements are there. The markings are there. There's the maroon, that little maroon box with the marking on it. It doesn't change. And this is real, you guys. This is really what it looks like. That's the green face. This here is someone that's covered with the mesh in her hair, and she has a skull in the back of her head. Now I see it, and the reason I see it is that the little girl, for those who listened, explained that they put these skulls on their heads, and now that makes sense. That's what these are. These are skulls. This here is one of the sticks that they put in the water or take out of the water that winds up being on the frame of these door frames. And the maroon part in the water, I want to make sure to point it out. This section right here, many times you'll hear me say, oh, that's the maroon piece, and it's the same. It's shaped the same. I don't know what this is, but it's valid. And right here is an element too. But this is the stick that I talk about. This stick is one of my main elements. Are these my elements? Yes. But it's this stick that I have created to be one of my main elements. This little girl that's sitting here covered with all this stuff on her body's covered with it, is she sitting in a box. And I believe they're placing this into the water. It's very difficult for me to look at because I've really trying hard to try to get it stopped, right? This here, look at the fingers and the hand, and I need you to really pay attention to those fingers. I'm going to show you these again today. Those fingers are significant. They're always the fingers. I actually noticed the first time I noticed they were the V's in the fingers, I call them. Look at the fingers are shaped like they're like V's. Once in a while I'll get real clear photos, and this is really clear photo. And whose ever arm that is, they're not tattoos, they're markings that symbolize what's going on here, right? And what you see here, again, is just part of the sacrifice and the pieces. This here, I'm going to show you these little dolls. See these little things that they hold? There's something that they worship. But the photo is extremely clear here. So I'm showing this to you, this particular photo, because today I'm going to be showing you how this is within Molly's videos, Aaron Carter's videos, Summer Moon Wells, the Kylie Rodney, all the way across, all the way across. But these aren't crazy to look at. This is something that is very, very important to those that are doing this. And they're very loud and proud about showing their elements, but what they're not loud and proud about is the fact that they're doing it. Because if they were, they would be coming forward and speaking their truth instead of hiding from their truth. This lady is holding one as well. Those are the little heads, you guys. You know how I say little heads? I'm going to show you how these creators within their videos are holding these little bone chips. And there it is. You've been seeing stuff like this for a time now, but I think it's time that people start talking about it. What I can say is this whole shit about Mali, it's not Mali. You guys, it's so much bigger and deeper than you could possibly imagine it to be. But what it has done in a positive for me over here is it has allowed me to see other things marked under Mali Golightly, meaning other things like videos will show up because hers aren't. So a lot of her current videos she took down and just deleted them. They're gone. And because of that, it gives someone like me an opportunity to grab photos that before were super hard to find. And I have a lot of those in here today. So if in fact they're doing this on purpose and trying to build something up, the truth is light is always going to win over the darkness. So really, to me, all it did was give me a fantastic opportunity to go look at these videos. So it just never works in the favor of the darkness. This is the wood that they go searching for. So it just never works that way. It just doesn't, right? It's something that if you think you're doing it because you have a scheme going in your head, or you're thinking that, oh, this is going to be great because A, B, C, and D, exactly what you think you're doing is the opposite happens. So it has really given me the chance to find the faces behind the creators. I am really focusing in on, yes, the elements, but what I have noticed is that the faces behind the creator's face in a handful of creators is the same. They are all holding on to the same face. So it's going to come down to the day that they bust this open. Handful of people that have many, many, many different channels and are on multiple channels at once, but they are deep faked at different people. This lady, I went back. This is one of the videos I went back to because I put her to the side. This is the one I'm going to show you at the end, her pictures. And the reason I put this person's pictures at the end was because by the time I work through this part 4 series, Elements Only, you're going to be able to look at those pictures and be like, holy shit, I can't believe, what the heck? Because you're going to see that where she's sitting and what's going on around her is the same thing that they're showing in Molly's videos, in the Beast and Bunch videos, in Gotcha Gun's videos, or Gotcha Man's videos, Ryan Upchurch's videos, Benny's videos. And then there's these crazy people that I never even knew existed. Now, the only reason I went to this one video was because I didn't understand where on Ryan's video, on Aaron Carter's video, it said that it was produced by MLG. Let me see, MLG, I believe. And I'm like, what's MLG? Like, I didn't even know what that was. I'm like, is that like Molly Golightly backwards? Like, what, who is that, and what is it? Well, this Michelle Golightly, I've never been to that channel before. I was brought to it today. Michelle Golightly, I think it's like everything. It's like she just puts up everything Molly. But the truth is, her videos are way, way more detailed than Molly's actual videos. So I went searching for this MLG or MG, whatever it is. And what I have to show you today is unfreaking believable. This here, I'm showing you this here because this is, again, one of the creators I'm going to go over. It's not Michelle. Let me see. It's not Michelle. Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what? Let me look on my phone. Let me see. I'm going to tell you right now so I get it right. Library history. It is... Oh, Charlotte on the web? Charlotte on the web. So I don't know who that is, but Charlotte on the web, if anyone's, that's where a lot of my stuff came from today. And the reason it came from there is because it matched up. It's this girl who I believe they're filming this girl, Michelle, I call her. And I believe she has a learning disability from what I could tell. And then the guy that goes up with her is the same guy that I have in Molly's videos. So the common element in those videos, let me open this up. Here. Yeah. Let me see. And this girl, I think her name's, I don't know, maybe Michelle, but the guy who goes up with her is what's quite interesting to me, because I'm going to show you, he's the same guy that shows up in Molly's and shows up in, I believe, Gotcha Man's and Ryan's. Like, he's to me a very common element. I can't imagine she's the one who covers Michelle Go Live, because there's something not correct over there. It's just really strange. To me, I don't really give a shit who she actually is, to tell you the truth. No offense towards anyone. I don't care. What I do care about is the information that she gives me. But yes, Justice coming soon. Those are the people on there. Now, their information and their videos are giving me the most information right now. And everything is timing, because it's giving it to me it's time for it. If you don't, oh, hi Muffin Top, welcome, my wonderful mod. It's time for it, right? Because if I would have looked at that or shown that to you earlier, it would have been confusing, because we just weren't ready for it. It's like you don't see anything. It's like hard to see things until you're ready to see it. Like some people, they're like, oh my God, I just don't see it. It's because you're being protected. It's just maybe not meant for you to see, right? This is the face that I'm following. This is the face that was behind Molly's video. This has become a very major focal point in my Elements Only. I'm going to keep this in there because I'm going to be showing you how this face shows up within other channels. It's not just within Molly's channels, right? That's the interesting thing. This face has appeared before. I knew it looked familiar. And you guys who've been watching my channel, you're going to know, you're going to be like, yeah, the guy looks really familiar. And that's just because you've seen it through these blurry photos or in the background of photos, and it speaks to you. You know, sometimes people will see it, sometimes you don't. My husband doesn't see anything. And to me, it's like clear as a bell, you know? So this is one of the most important pieces of information. Now, I did quickly go through Molly's video today, and the guy's face is still there. One of the videos I went through, something is really, really wrong. It's not, again, they're showing information that is horrific. They're using the name in the channel to show sacrifice, and they're showing location, and they're showing the man behind the face of Molly. You guys, when I tell you the day that this blows open, you're going to see that something is really, really not right. The video shows a whole different chin. It shows the man that I'm watching. The other person I want to put up here, I just want to throw this guy back in here. I don't know who he is, but this face is important for me to throw in there. For those of you that have never seen Bryan Kohberger's father's face, I'm doing a little repeat right now because it's really important, because I feel as if everything moving forward in the videos I'm going to be going through will be showing the faces behind the creators, because it's not about the creators, you guys. To me, it's not, because whoever's face is in the front is not the face that's really there. I've always thought that this was a fake photo. I always thought that this was deep faked, and that he has fake skin on his neck, just like everyone else does. The fake skin is, when I say fake skin, it usually is located on the neck, and that is just one of the ways that they are able to create deep fakes, because the fake skin that I don't know if it's really there, or if they're just, you know, putting it there, or I don't know how they're using it, but it's real. It's real. And right here, if you look on Bryan's father's, let me actually put it up here. Bryan's father's neck and the elements around Bryan, every one of these videos that I have collected from, there's a particular body cam company that works with these police. I haven't seen one body cam footage that isn't all messed up. This here is what the skin looks like. I mean, that's overlapping. I mean, you could see the rim of it. It's fake skin, and it goes on and on and on, and whoever I speak about, or when I say fake skin, a lot of times it's easier to see, sometimes it's not. But I'm not really quite sure what happened with this video of them on the road, but something very wrong about it. But his face, His face is what I see the most right here within all of these faces. I see a different kind of a person there, and I see him over there on the left. So all the faces within Molly's face are very masculine in feeling, in energy feeling. They're very masculine. And I'm going to put it out there through my psyche that something changed within the person that is being shown on her channel. Again, I believe it's as if she's gone. This is the other channel I get my information from. This is a great example of deep fake. These faces appear and they're not supposed to be here at all. She's supposed to have her hand around a girlfriend, and it's usually a man behind the girl's face. And then the neck doesn't agree with the body. The face that you see here that I'm going to be showing you from the Beeson Bunch and the Kent match to me quite perfectly to this Charlotte's Web thing. Thank you, Adrian, for your membership. Their faces match up. So I'm showing this intro to you for a reason. I'm showing this to you so you could see and get a feel for what these girls' faces look like. Because this is what I see repeating in that girl's videos. This is the Beeson Bunch and the Kents. Now, again, it's not about them, but they're the only other channels that I follow as far as looking at faces. The most interesting thing that I have come across today as far as elements is this. The picture to the left, this is that Charlotte on Web, whatever it's called, I don't know. These are all pretty clear pictures that come out of her video. I see Kylie Rodney, I see Gabby Petito, I see the Idaho 4. These girls' faces change and they're well within the elements because they're sitting in the chair. They have things around their heads. Their faces change. Let me make this smaller because it's so bright that it's kind of losing it. Wait one sec. Let's see if I can make this smaller. You know what? I'm going to just come back to that because it's like blowing up. It's like doing something strange. All these pictures are getting brighter. This comes from her. Now, the faces are really messed up, and this falls right into the Summer Moon Wells case. All of the girls have blonde hair. The faces within the face change, but they're all in bad. They have the elements around them. They have the machinery around them, and they're not who they say they are. Their faces look to me identical to the same faces that appear in the Beeson Bunch. I don't see much difference between their faces and the Beeson Bunch. Let me show you, even though it's up front. This here is from that girl's channel. This here is from that girl's channel. And this here is from that family's channel. Now, when I tell you that I can't tell the difference, I cannot tell the difference. They're very, very, very close. And, you know, it falls within what I've been saying here. It falls within the story I've had all along. And all along I've been saying there's certain faces that are being used as cover up for the people beneath it. So what I have been saying is the Kents, the Beestons, whatever, Molly, whatever I'm saying is creators that we know of, is what's placed on top of here. So the only ones that get access to this are the ones that are on the deep dark web. The elements I'm going to get to in the bottom, they're all over her. But guess what? This is the girl from the Kent family, and they're all over her too. So there's no difference to me. There's no difference. They're showing the same face. That is the girl from the successful channel, and this is the girl that's underneath her. This girl that's underneath, let's see, this one here that I'm showing you right here, this one, that one intertwines, wait, let me grab her, with this one. Now, I have hundreds of images and picture frames and so forth. But this is kind of insane because all of them are covered in elements. These faces intertwine. They could go back and forth, but they're underneath it. Now, if you listen very carefully to the philosophy, and I have in what I am being told, because like I told, I think it was a story last week about when that Dr. whatever, Fiore or whatever, was really reprimanding that girl, Julia. And she was reprimanding her in a way to get her back into control. Let me show you. It's in this presentation as well. And she was like saying, you are going to be famous. You're going to be famous when this is what people are going to do, because if you are, it was the most famous case around the world. Like, she was talking to her in a way that it was making my whole entire body uncomfortable. I heard that same kind of a conversation that made me feel the same way when Molly was talking to this one girl she was prepping to go on YouTube. I'm like, that's not even the Molly. That, like, to me, that was so uncharacteristic. And she's like, you're going to be so famous. People are going to pay for your dinners, and people are going to want your autograph. I'm saying, what the fuck is she talking about? The girl she was talking to is one of the girls that I have found underneath these other faces. And to me, she's one that's being manipulated and abused. I believe these people believe they're successful, and this is how they're going to get fame, but they're being used for the deep dark web. Molly's conversation with that girl was identical to what that Fiore, or whatever her name is, I can't even say because I don't want to, had with the fake Madeline. That Madeline girl has changed. She is not the same Madeline that we saw in the beginning, and I'm going to show you that. The one we saw in the beginning, a picture of her, she was way younger. And something shifted. Something shifted really fast. It was like they had to get control of it. And they did some sort of a switcheroo. I'm going to show you. It's coming up, but I'll show you this one picture, because the first Julia that we all saw was this Julia crying. You guys, this, do you see what's going on here? Do you see the girl in the black on the bottom? She's in the elements, you guys. You guys, when I tell you her head is sticking out of the green tarp, it's connected to all the way to the right. And this is the Julia that is younger. Dr. Phil did not do his homework. He did not do his homework. I'm sorry. But it's embarrassing and horrific that they went on that show. Because this here is the story. That woman, I didn't put this picture together. What the fuck is she doing? That, you guys, that is someone that is being held hostage. That is someone that is in the same situation as every Summer Moon Wells missing child. This is the woman that showed up on Dr. Phil. I am telling you, I will get to the bottom of this bullshit, because I will not let go of that woman doing what she's doing to that young girl. I see it. I could see it so clearly. You know why she comes through so clearly? Because she's playing the dark side. All you see to the right, you guys, is the number 5 box. This is what goes around the children. I bet my career on it. One day, they will find the children with this shit around them. And it's right here around the woman with the black hair. This is what their heads stick out of. This is what Molly Golightly, this is what they're doing with Molly's head. Her head's sticking out of it, you guys. This little girl, that for all we know, is her. This is what she looked like in the beginning. This. This woman is sitting in the box, puppeteering the situation. That is even someone we've never seen before. That is the number 5 box, and this whole entire thing is driving me crazy. Because I'm watching the country wrap their little freaking hearts around this story, and they're being manipulated for the money. This woman here, I have seen in Molly's videos. I just showed it the other day. You guys, that is the machine. Dr. Phil always seems to have that bullshit on his station. Always. Look at her. It's just terrible. This here, the little smiling dude to the right. So I just showed you that because that is a very important element. So I will be getting back to that on a different page. But understand, when I say head on a platter, head in a box, with the number 5 attached to their head, you're looking at it. Let me brighten this up. You're looking at it. So when you see, you're like, oh, wait a minute. It kind of looks like Molly's head is coming out of a sheet on a bed. Well, it is. That's what it's coming out of. This, I'm going to show you. This is how they create the deep fake. Faces go on top of the face. And let me tell you guys something. There is some little child underneath the faces that she completely manipulated and then probably fucking brainwashed. The girl that I saw on Dr. Phil, she's moving her eyes really weird. She didn't do that in the beginning. She didn't do that before that woman got involved. This here is key. This is a little critter. This is one of my critters that I follow. Wait till you see what this is and where it came from. This is a little critter, little smiley guy. This is Mr. Smiles. This is the smiley face. Do you guys see the smiley face? Sometimes I have to post it like this so you see it. Sometimes it's hard to. So put number 1 if you see the little dude with the smiley face with the little hair on top. Okay? Put a little number 1. See our little smiley guy? Sometimes it's hard to see it, so this really helps. Put a little number 1 if you see it. Many a times, if you turn photos upside down, you will get the information that fits, the heck just happened? That fits the elements. The information is there, but many a times they put it where it's upside down. You have to turn it and twist it. But I find it no matter what. Oh, yay, number 1s. Thank you. So this little guy matches our smiley face that we're following. This comes from Gotcha Man's computer of the machine that I said it's just the hardware. And this also was in Summer Moon Wells. This just shows up as a main element. Where I got this from is by turning Ryan Upchurch's face upside down. So this is Ryan Upchurch, where I told you I get all my information, not all, a lot of it. This is Ryan Upchurch. Okay? Tons of information I get comes from his videos. But that little guy comes from him. It's pretty much on his face much of the time. Believe it or not, I am using, the reason I'm using Aaron Carter, there's a reason I'm using Aaron Carter as a way to show my elements, because I'm working him into these sacrifices showing that he was sacrificed by the same people that touched Summer Moon Well's missing children, and touched Kylie Rodney, touched Gabby Petito, touched the Idaho 4, on and on and on and on. Michael Vaughn, on and on. This is a video that was deleted from Aaron Carter's videos. This was deleted. I want you to really look at the elements that you're seeing here. You are seeing the face, and you are looking at an element that I showed you on my first picture. I showed you how the people sitting by the water were holding their little trophy, right? This is supposedly a video of Aaron Carter. What's in this video is a trophy. Now, this is something that's extremely important to see because these are everywhere in the videos. These little teeny heads, these little teeny skeletons, whatever they do with them, they do. In the Aaron Carter videos that have been removed, and that's supposedly his head that's all looking like that, have that. Could anyone guess? So the element that you see here is Aaron Carter's face. To the left, wait. Let me turn this. So that there on the bottom that I just showed you is the same thing as one of these. Okay? Same thing as one of these. So this here represents the same thing you see here. We've seen it before. Could anyone guess where I got this one that you're looking at? Could anyone guess where this one came from today? This is Aaron Carter's. This one came from a current video. This one came from Molly Golightly's video today. Now, someone is really messing with us and no one is saying anything. Because it's not Molly. Molly Golightly. Good job, guys. Excellent. Look at how my viewers know. So, this is what is going on in Molly's videos. And whoever is in charge of her videos right now doesn't realize or doesn't give a shit that people know what's going on. Great guess, everyone is right. This is an important piece of information because those faces and heads are just like these. They either have more mesh on them or less mesh on them, but they just kind of look like monsters, basically. They represent monster faces. They represent a sacrifice. They represent trophies. They represent whatever they're doing, but they're the most common element. This is from the Beeson Bunch. It's the same thing as you see in Aaron Carter's video. All the little pieces are the same in there. You would find, if you look closer, you'd find the heart, blah, blah, blah. I showed you, today's obviously common elements are the faces that I'm trying to put together. Elements that are common in the faces that are important will have those blue eyes and red mouth. That shows the people that are doing it. They always hide beneath the same channels that I follow. This is from Ryan Upchurch. Doesn't have anything to do with him. I'm not talking about him. He is the one other channel that I find this information on. Now let me show you something. This is the same information. The one to the left is Molly's. The one to the right is Ryan's. So they have very clear, or maybe is that Ryan's, or maybe that's the Beeston. Let me see. They have common elements here. These are two separate creators. Two separate creators with the same information. It comes from the same creators that I have been following. So as nasty as this might look, it doesn't matter. This here is the same thing as Molly's face. Molly's face has the same stuff on it. And see how she has the heart? Remember how I just showed you that the mesh stuff has the heart? Stuff doesn't change. They all have the same information. They have the same information. So this here is the same as this one. Different creators. Again, these are the faces. This is from that Charlotte's whatever video. The girl within the video has that shield around her neck as well. So this shield here, again, it may look gray, but this is the same shield that I showed you at the beginning that is, wait, no, that's contrast. Let me bring this up. That was maroon and white. The girls that are shown within these videos are nothing more than victims. And they look like the Kylie Rodneys and the Gabby Petitos. But the faces that cover these faces, I'm pretty sure are the Beestons and the Kents. Because they have the information. And that guy on the left-hand side winds up with the makeup on his face. And that's what he winds up looking like. Now, there's a lot more photos like that. But what's very significant is the face fits into the kind of guy that we're looking at. Oh my God. Do you guys see that Idaho 4 girl showing up? This was from the Beeson Bunch, and this guy's face in there, to me, was that person. Oh my God, you guys, I know this, it just took my breath away. This is the one when they were, this was right after Idaho 4. Oh, holy shit. You see her? And I want to know who this guy was, because he shows up. Like, he's just sitting there in no man's land. Oh my God. Wait a minute. You guys. Because to me, this is the group. Like, these are the groups. Isn't that right there the girl? Doesn't that look like the girl from Idaho 4? This guy winds up with the mesh all over him. This guy winds up with the mesh, and that, to me, is one of the Idaho 4 girls. Does anyone else see that? So the guy up in the left-hand corner, he's on the video with her, but the reason I'm pointing him out is because he has all of the same elements, Kaylee. Just has all the same information on him. And the video really shows a lot of interesting stuff. This guy's face, Benny always changes faces, and the heck? Wait. Wait a minute. What the heck? See, what happens is, like, stuff just starts to show up. Like, the man that's hugging this blonde wasn't there before either. Oh my God. You guys, I am adding that face to... Holy shit. Okay, so whoever that man is that's hugging the blonde is the same man that I'm trying to find. I'm telling you it is. That man is the man with this chin. He's the same man that I keep showing you in Molly's pictures. Him. Him. Let me find another picture of him. That's crazy. Wait a minute. Let me... Because I have those pictures right here on my laptop, right in the... Okay, here they are. Let me see if I have another one. All right, I have his whole head. Okay, here. I have his whole head now. Who is that? That's who we want to know, you guys, who these faces are. I think they're surrounded by the Idaho 4. I think that this is... I think that this is... Because that's what's coming strong. I think this is... Oh, God, you guys, like, I feel it. Fuck. Wait a minute. I can't... Idaho murders. Let me look at something. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think that this is showing... Personally, I think this is showing... them. I do. I feel like this is showing them. Oh yeah, I do. Give me a minute. I feel a very fucking strong presence. This is coming from that picture. I do. I feel a massive connection here. My God. This is a father. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys. It's a father. Like, I think that's Maddie's father. It's saying that's the hugging. What does Maddie's father look like? Idaho 4 murders. Father. Is it Maddie's father that did all the speaking, you guys? Who? Who is this? Wait. Sorry, I really didn't expect to go on this, but... No, who's this? Wait. Keep both. Who's this? Who's that? Let me see. Father of Madison's father. It's Madison's father? Very interesting. It's just, wow. All I could tell you is I don't have the whole full story, but that hit like a ton of bricks. That is what I can tell you, that hit really hard. You guys, this is that girl with the big eyes. Her stuff falls into much of these photos that I've been looking at. You know, when I first saw this Julia, I kept saying she really looks like this girl with the big eyes. Like, but it's like this girl now looks like this girl. Something changed, and this girl here has a lot of information, but her name is Sarah. Was she put in jail? Like, who is this? This girl's information is a really big part of the elements that I'm following. So I don't think I have ever really pointed that out to you guys. But the information that I have been following, much of the elements lately can, like, I'm going to places where they all can be found, not just a little bit. She has that thing on her neck, and that's the doorway to hell. Sarah. Is she still on lives? Like, is she still around? You see that thing on her neck? That's a major element, you guys. Major. That thing on her neck. That is put on the neck when your face is being deep faked. The only reason I ever see that being used is when they are deep faking and using the person as part of this cover up. So here, you see that? It's really, really clear. I think that she has something to do with the Madeleine McCann cover up. Because her, I'm going to show you. And she has the door of hell. All of her pictures, you guys, are so this girl Julia, I can't even explain it. They're very, very similar. And all of these pictures, if you go into these photos one at a time, they're very, very sad. She is bruised. She is victimized. To me, she is the Julia and the person we've been looking at. This is what it looks like close up to those other pictures, you guys. There are people that are being victimized that look like her. You see that? These are pictures underneath her face. In order for her to be used, the conversations, what I'm telling you is someone does that. And the conversation they use is, you're going to be famous. Everyone's going to know you. You're going to be so famous. It's the same conversation over and over. And they think that, they're going to be famous. But what's underneath their face is nothing more than victims. And when I tell you that conversation, when I heard that, whatever that girl in the black freaking hair tell that to this Julia, I'm like, you're pulling her in because somehow she escaped and was going to turn them all in. If you look at the pictures that she has, now it looks blurry like this because I videotaped it as I was moving them. There's that thing on her neck. Look at that guy. So these are her photos. And this girl Julia, like all of a sudden she like gains 100 pounds. Oh, that's so bizarre. My light just went out. Like my light just went out. And it not because electricity went out. It like turned off. So here's the main element. You need to look for these heads. Now this is the Julia we met the first day. This Julia that you're looking at that is above, oh my God, you guys, my light is, it just went out again. It won't stay on. I turned it back on and it won't stay on. It's not that the lights are going on because all my other lights are on. My light in my bedroom, it just went off again. You guys, I'm saying something that's very critical. Julia is what I'm saying. Summer Moon loves Julia. You guys, Julia is the key. Julia is the key. These girls are not the same. One's a little girl and one is not. This woman, something's up. That is not even the same girl. That's not even the same girl. Like, that's not even what she looks like now. Let me show you. So, as far as elements go, notice this when you look within videos that I'm mentioning, especially Molly's latest videos. This is very important to understand. That is the number 5 box. That's around the neck. There's the doorway. You see the frame of the door. How I tell you it's got that red on it and white. It's right there. Let me make this a little sharper so the red pops. It's right there. Let me make it sharp, a little sharper. It's right there. The door, it does have that because the door frame has those part of the equipment on it. It's part of the door frame is the equipment. Show this to Dr. Phil. That's a little girl. That's not the same girl that's on Dr. Phil. No, it's not. And the one that's on Dr. Phil are neither of these either. These are the other Julias that she showed. You guys, these Julias are victims. This Julia is not the Julia that is on Dr. Phil. Not at all. These Julias are going through this. They're going through the same information that I've told you before. That Julia is the same as this. This is the same as what you're looking at that Julia going through. She's going through the same shit. So you cannot go against this. This Julia is not the Julia that went on Dr. Phil. This is the Julia that we probably all want to go find. This is the Julia that cried in the beginning and cried to be found and cried for help. We will never find her again because she went into the hands of the wrong person. Here's that thing on her neck. The Julia that we saw crying was the Julia that was begging for mercy. Begging. And they let her slide. They let her slip right through. Right through. Forgot whose this was. This is also, to me, a Julia. She was on Sarah's video. This girl, I showed her before, but the thing is, she follows the same look and information. This girl is covered in elements, something wrong. Something here. This is a Summer Moon Wells child. This is on that girl, Sarah's TikTok. This is a main element. There's the box. That is the maroon box that everyone has their own. And there's that little white thing on it. She has the fake skin on her neck. As I showed you in the beginning on someone else, this is fake skin, and the only reason that stuff is used is if they're faking the face. I don't know how they fake the face, but she is very, very, very close look to the Julia. That whole entire thing is so messed up. And now that I saw that black-haired face in Molly's video, something is, they're all, to me, it's all, they're all together. Like, these are all the faces that work together under Julia, Madeline. The picture all the way to the left, again, are the mesh elements that are found in the hair. This is a video of it's one of the survivors. It's someone that is probably in a dungeon somewhere waiting to be rescued. There's her, there's all the stuff on her. She's branded. There's the number 5. She's branded. She's all the shit on her. The A thing hanging on the back of her head in black. So that thing on the neck is super important to today's presentation because I'm showing a lot of it, right? They want you to just look at their faces, but in order for them to be deep faked, their head has to be coming out of one of those things I just showed you. The girls in this Charlotte's or whatever guy's videos, they're all like that. Look at her neck. And there's the doorway frame. All of these pictures within their video show elements. And what's really bothering me, actually I shouldn't say bothering me, this is the first time that I see adults that match up to the Beast in the Ken's face so clearly. This is his. So clearly. This is her. She shows the same doorways as it's almost like she and Molly Golightly are like in the same house. Like, it's like Molly and her, it's almost like they're in the same location and filming in the same house because the information is consistent. So what they're showing here is nothing more than, again, I'm going to bring up that doctor's photo here. This here, when you see this, now you're going to be able to say, yeah, and now I understand it. I see what you're trying to present, because that is what the doctor's head is coming out of. Let me show you. So this element here that's showing that guy in the video, that's the same thing as this. It's the same thing. No different. See the bottom, how the head's coming out of that thing? It's what it's coming out of. So it's really nice when I'm able to put common elements next to each other, because then you could see it. I put her face out here because I don't know who this is, but it just reminds me of someone who's a victim sitting in one of these. And it reminds me of a Kylie Rodney. It reminds me of the older girls. And I feel like this is what they're showing. The elements match all the way. You've got to look. So if you look all the way to the left-hand side, here, let me change the colors. My Elements Only series is here to educate you guys and to take the time for me to teach you, how to recognize and understand that this is happening, and it's really in front of us. Oh my God, you guys, you have no idea what's going on here. The fuck was that? You guys, my whole entire room just lit up. And it's not from the weather, because it's not like my lights are on. And behind her is the room goes back. You see, she's in front of it. See her head connected to this number 5 box? It's getting darker. You see what's on her chest? Let me flip it. This is what's on her chest. All you have to do is turn him upside down, you guys. Whoever this is needs justice. Just needs justice, and she's just waiting. She's just waiting. This girl's head is in the same thing. Here are all the faces that show up in this chick's video. And it's way more faces than we started with. I catch it right between the right frame, and you have faces that, trust me, they have no intentions. They did not want showing up. Because I see the people that are being abused behind the deep fake. It's not all these people here, you guys. And look in the middle. I want you to notice the middle. The hole in the back. It's part of where they are. It doesn't change. His head is in front of the hole in the back of behind him. It doesn't change. The middle photo, it's the hole in the back of the room. So this stuff is getting really easy to fucking pull together. Those are Molly Golightly's on the right-hand side. This is stuff that's going to become crystal clear. That is the Beeson Bunch that you see on the left, and that's Molly on the right from today's video. They are talking the same language. Exactly the same language. They're saying the same information. Molly Golightly's video today is getting worse than it was yesterday. All they're doing is showing victims. That's it. Right there. Number 5. She has the same green thing around her like she does to the left. And it's the same thing that fake doctor I just showed you. It's all the same. Because it's all the same elements, and they're all Summer Moon Wells stories. Summer Moon Wells stories. Nothing has changed. Whatever is going on with this lady and with the fake Madeline is the same thing that the Beeston Kents are doing on the left. And it's the same thing that Molly is showing on the right. There's no difference. Do you see the Beeson Bunch driving around with tarps over them? With their head looking like that? No. You guys, it's the same group, same people, same information, same elements. I don't know what's the problem. I mean, don't you think if the authority, here she's on Dr. Phil, don't you think they would do something if they saw this? But they're not gonna. It's pretty, that's pretty similar. Pretty similar. And that's Molly's video today. It's not the Molly you know. This is the Beeson Bunch. Sacrifices upon sacrifices upon sacrifices. Oh my God, look at that guy's face in here. You guys, this is so the Idaho 4. You guys, it's taking my breath away. On the right-hand side is from the Kents. And this is a pretty interesting bunch of information. But what's on her head, let me lighten it up. What's on her head and what she's doing here has a lot to do with the child. But she has the equipment on her, and that child is connected to it. See, that's the cap. That's the smiley face. This picture tells me a sacrifice, but it's giving these people a sense of accomplishment. See, that's the smiley face. And that's what's going on here. Wow. You guys, I can't even tell you that how much that, holy shit. You guys, this is the Idaho 4. Boom, end of story. I'm telling you, because here's her box. Here's her box. There's her box. Each one of them has one. What is going on with that father? I can't stop looking at this. I can't. And the girl in the pink and the green. This here, I showed you before, this is the girl up in the left-hand side is from the video I'm showing you today. That's from, whose face is under her? These guys are this is gonna bust open before you know it. I mean, you guys, this is, to me, this is okay, so I'm gonna give you my intuitive read. And the only one that's gonna be able to know if I'm correct and how good I am, as I'm pretty good, is the one who is it beneath this person. This is the person that hides under Ryan Upchurch's face. And the only ones that are going to know I'm right is the one who's under there. That dude hides under Ryan Upchurch. And this person is from the Beeston Bunch photo. Because it's so obvious. And the girl on the right-hand side, you guys, is from the Beeston Bunch video. I mean, could we advertise it anymore? He's the one, he's the face I keep seeing. Look at her. This is actually from the Beeston Bunch video, you guys, just to let you know. This face here that you see, that's the face I keep seeing under, let me see something. Huh. So this face is one of the people under Ryan Upchurch. So put a 1 if you think this face matches that face. This one here. It does, because watch. Let me grab a different one. This face here is from Ryan Upchurch. This is under Ryan Upchurch's face. This is the guy, I think. Oh my God. Look at that. This is the dude under Ryan Upchurch's face. Number 1. This is crazy. And this is the guy from the video today. And he also goes on with Molly a lot. Now, obviously, these are also distorted, you guys. I mean, obviously, his face doesn't have this shit on it, right? Thank you all. Thank you for putting those 1s. What she has in her hands over there is the same thing that I showed you on the guy at Utah. That's all the way up in the mountains. His information I have as a staple. I have as such a staple because it's what's hanging on that. Here, I'll crop it for those who don't know. This here is an element. When I did apples to apples, this here is a common element that has to be with each victim. It's the 5. It's the green face. All of this grouping here goes with each victim. And there's, see, the blue 5. Thanks everyone for participating. And those are the little bones that they collect, that are collected. And just like that little girl was saying, they collect these little bones. Oh my God, they are so much the same. Crazy. Look at that. So this really shows you somebody else within the person's face, right? You can't miss it. And the one to the right is the girl whose video it is, but she's all elements. Now, let me point it out. So for those who don't see it here. So what she has, I'll do one at a time. I'll first work from the bottom up. Actually, let me brighten it. Here, like that little thing under her chin, and the green number 5 with the tube. And if you look all the way in the darkness, you see the hearts and you see the little stars. Like wherever she is, let me brighten it up a little bit more. Wherever she is, she's in the same place Molly Golightly showed. She's in the same, to me, she's in the same place as Molly. I feel that. That's what's in the darkness by her. That's no more than the stars and the heart. It's just, this might as well be Molly Golightly. You see how I put this shit together? Like, it's not about the person. And look at, there's someone on the bottom there. Look at that. It's not about the person as much as it is the story. And the story that's being told here with this person that's being victimized is she's in a bad situation. And she's like with Molly. She also has the green tarp around her. You see? It's a green tarp. This, to me... Oh my God! The only thing I could say is it looks like the girl from the Beastie Bunch. I mean, that's all I could tell you. But whoever is in here, it's two people because their eyeballs are different, right? So that's what you're looking at. Those elements in her hand. There's someone else in here, and what's behind her head. Like, her videos are messed. And this is Ryan Upchurch. This is a really big element. I'm showing this again because it shows up in these videos, and it's when the eyes are covered like this. Now, let me show you something. Now that I see this, now this makes more sense to me because the person that I said hides under him, wow, really has the same chin and lips. Look. Wait. Whoops. See? Because Ryan's lips change a lot. Like, sometimes they're thin and sometimes they're puffy. This is where I said this guy reminds me of, like, could go right here, Ryan Upchurch. Like, just right there. Totally. I'm good with lips. So this is his head. Obviously, is being held by someone else's hand. And don't ask me why, but it's just really weird looking picture. But they're playing a game. This is a total game. It's Molly from today's video. You guys, I'm putting it out there. Whatever the fuck is going on in this girl's video is the same thing that's going on in Molly's video. It's like the same location. I feel as if Molly is in the same location. I have to be honest. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how creepy that sounds. But to me, they're walking and Molly's in the same situation as these guys. Yeah, you got to look into this shit. This is him in today's video. That's all our elements. And the Molly that we know of has all this exactly the same thing. Like, now that I'm looking at this way, I didn't see it this clearly before. It's like what's in between there. This area here, I feel like this is all this. I feel like they're all together. This area here, I feel like is common element. Ooh, look what's in his picture. Look at that, all the way to the right-hand side. You do know these are Summer Moon Wells. This is Summer Moon Wells. This is Summer Moon Wells. This is what happened to her. And these faces are being used to put over. This is Summer Moon Wells. It's no doubt about it. This is so much more obvious now that I'm going through it with you guys than it was when I was preparing it, because I'm feeling the presence of them being together in the same place. Like same location. Oh my God, like same person. Oh my God, I put these together. These are the cover-ups. You guys, this is all the same. You guys, this is all the same. I'm telling you right now. What I mean is, like, these are all cover-ups for each other. This is the same identical place. They're using the same people. Molly's channel, for some reason, this is what is going on. Somehow they have combined both channels. They're combining information. And that's probably why I was put towards this person's channel. Because this, to me, like, I feel it. I could feel it. I'm sweaty. I could feel it. This is all the same location. These are the little bones. Sarah has Big Eyes, has those little bones. The one up left, you guys, the one from up left is from the same picture that I said Dicey Idaho 4. The one up to the right is from Molly's video with Olivia and Bullhorn Betty. Those are the little bones. And they're real. And they all do match. They all do something different, but these are real. Aaron Carter is exactly whatever the real Molly is, and whoever is in charge of what's going on over there. It's the same situation. I believe Aaron Carter is a match. That is from today's video of Molly. And the bottom right-hand corner is Aaron Carter connected to the machinery on his head, and that is the machinery, you guys. This is, you know how sometimes they say this is the closest and best photo you're going to get of the machinery? Well, it just happens to be on Aaron. This is it. The head gets wrapped just like this. It's just the tip of his head. But this is the machinery. And this is the closest, best picture we will probably ever have. You might as well put Summer Moon right into where Aaron is sitting, and you will have her car ride picture. If you set Summer Moon right here, her head was wrapped, I showed you. This is the fake car ride. This is what is these are the milk jugs that are on the side of her. This is the box. And there's people back here, I'm sure. All those whatever sits back here. But this is from Aaron Carter's video. I showed you a picture of Summer with that around her. The final Summer. And her head is wrapped just like that. I don't just pull photos just to say, oh, this is final Summer. It's a picture of her with the stuff wrapped on her head, just like Aaron Carter. My freaking God, you guys, if you would see what's going on with my lights in here every time I say something, I'm freaking out. Here's Summer's wrapped head. Right there. Just like Aaron's. Let me just get the wrapped part so I don't confuse you. Here. Here's just the wrapped part. And you see the milk jug that's showing up? That's nothing more than what you see here. Same thing. And this is the equipment that they lay in. This is the room with the machinery. And that white there, with the white there is the head and the arms. Again, this is Aaron's. Let me tell them I'm almost done. Almost done. This is from his video. All they're showing you, that little piece, is obviously part of what's going on. There's someone holding him down, but you also have to look at the fingernails and look at the little pieces. Look really at the details of Aaron's photo, because it's very much like Summer's. If you turn it, let's see if I turn it this way. Certain ways, if you turn it, you get the milk jug feeling, like this part right here. Wait. This here is part of Summer Moon's in the car. See, his head is down there by the hand. I want to turn it. Wait. Let me see. Goes this way. Like this. It's almost like the head would be down on the bottom there. It's the car ride. It's the car ride. This is what's in the house, and it's showing the mesh. This is everything that's in his video, and it's pretty crazy that no one's really called this out, because what's attached to him are all of his little boxes. Let me show you. This is a huge, Kylie Rodney's was shown really clearly at the water with her boyfriend. This part. This is going to be a little blurry because I'm blowing it up, but this is attached to him. So let me put this a couple times. This here are the little boxes. It's the A, so let me point it out. This is what was on Kylie that was shown really clearly. Here's the A, and here's the green, maroon, and white box. And that's like the, I call it like the locket, like the lock. This is the maroon A. Green, maroon, white boxes. And this is attached. This is attached to his body. And it's much easier to see it like when I do that. So this is a major element. And then these are what you saw on Kylie in her hair. Everyone, you know, it sort of looked like, wait, here's the machine copy. So these are connected. If I turn it this way, see, it's all connected. That's the machine that I keep showing. I mean, it's right here in Aaron's photos. It's what's so frustrating to me, you know, because I know what I see. And I know he didn't kill himself. And it's really sad that that's how he's going out. And it's really freaking rude. You know, they use this storyboard because because people fell for it. And of course they fell for it. It's what the media told them to fall for. I mean, it's what the media told them to fall for. This is like what you saw in Kylie's hair. All these. All those. And I don't know what girl or who's with him, but he didn't go alone. So here the milk jugs moved. It's a little different photo. Let me see. I don't even know why I said milk jugs, but you could see how this is a summer moon photo. These are just different frames, you guys, that's all. But because it's so funny how Spirit works over here, it really lines it up. Like I just showed you guys, he didn't want to die. I agree. This is the machine. And wait, I cut his face off. And I'm hoping that Aaron Carter's mom hires me. I really need to confirm it's her. But this is the machine that took his life. Period. You don't understand. I'm like sweating like I have a workout. Like I'm sweating like I just worked out. That's what happens. I mean, looking at these pictures makes me just go into a complete sweat. Look at this. I mean, you're looking at Aaron Carter. Like, and no one gives a shit. It's pathetic. This is just a little close-up of what's showing up between. It's just the machine. These are a little blurry. There's just the mesh with the hearts. right here. Let me point so you all see it. Right here. They have the hearts in it. It's what that's what Benet Ramsey. She had this. This was loaded all over summer. And these aren't tattoos. These are markings. Those are not tattoos. Those are markings. See the 5 on his neck? These are markings. These are markings. This is nothing more than the same sacrifice. I'm just going to keep repeating myself. This is not his face. There is something over his head. These are markings. These are sacrifices. See his face? It's very sad. He needs justice. He needs justice. And look at that. There's the smiley face. Showed up. Right here. Oh, interesting. Sure, maybe it's a coincidence. The toaster oven, that's the same thing that Tim Mullen has in his video. The 2 eyes and like a face like that. But see the heart here? These are all parts of the sacrifice. These are all parts of the equipment. Here. Let me brighten it up. It's a little dark. Oh, wow, you guys. What she has on her neck is what Kiely Rodni had on her neck. You see that thing? That's what I showed you right here. I said that the Beeston Bunch, remember, she's in the car and she has this exact same thing hanging on her neck. Exact. Come on, show it to me. Show it to me. I want that photo. I do. Wait, let's see. So, let me see. Oh, this is the baby. It's of them in the car. See, this is how I really got in touch with the Beeston Bunch information for those that are new, is when I went to this video, this, wait, let me grab it. This particular TikTok, after this party's TikTok video, was the Beeston Bunch TikTok. And when I looked at the Beeston Bunch TikTok, to me it was Kiely Rodni. It was all Kiely Rodni. And that's all I could see. It's Kylie Rodney, Kylie Rodney. And it gave me so much information. And it was just right after the TikToks. And the way that it was lined up was just unbelievable. But that's really how and why I started following, is because they showed it to me that way. And that's how I saw it. See, like, this just showed to me. So, these guys, this just popped up. I never seen this before. This must be important because it just showed itself. Like, it just popped up. Just popped up. These kids need justice, you guys. I mean, they need justice. This is obvious. So what's happening up in the left-hand side, which comes from, this is Aaron Carter's video. And the same thing that's going on in the Beast and Bunch video is what you see down here. It's a copy and paste. Like, this is the same thing. They're in their baskets. See? See how he's in his basket? However you want to see it. In Aaron Carter, in his video, he's in the same thing. So when I'm doing these elements only, it's to show you how these crazy looking things, when these crazy looking things may look crazy, I don't really give a shit, but they're the same. You see? This is Aaron's. This is Beast and Bunch. This is the Beast and Bunch that I've gotten. All of my photos today come from the same video. It's the video of them moving out of Hawaii. Yep. Same thing, different victims. So this here is no different. See, you see how this is even, see how these are, like, this one, it's being bent inward. Like, notice this part is even the same. This part is this over here. This one's going this way. It's just someone here. Here, here, and here. Oh, they both are getting the same smiley face in the back. See that and this? So these are the smiley faces with the blue eyes and the red mouth. It's very significant information, because what they're showing you is the same message as what Ryan Upchurch's face looks like. See, it's the same message. The same message. Joker face, correct. It's a Joker face. This is Molly. It's the same message. It's the end of the sacrifice. It's the same message. It's just their calling card. This is a calling card. Maybe there's different ways that they show it, you know. Maybe this way matches that, and this way matches this person, because it's more, it just looks different. There's more lines to it. See how this matches this? And this one matches this. It's just more of the same pictures. And you could tell, I mean, as these photos go on, the whatever sacrifice they're showing, the body just gets worse. I'll just show you this one real fast. See, it's just the information. You could see someone is there doing it. Very sad. Again, they're just the same thing. I'm just repeating. And then the situation just, it gets thicker and darker and deeper, but at the end of the day, this is what it is. This is what it turns out to be. And this is what all of them turn out to be. And it's a pretty clear photo, and it's pretty evident that he didn't commit suicide. Especially when the elements all match. They do. Every part of the video covers each stage that I have. See the heart, the hands and the heart, and it's very sad that people, and I could, on the counter is the same, it's a little blurry. On the counter here is the same stuff that was on the counter of Summer Moon Wells in the kitchen. It's the same stuff that Candace and Don showed in their fake hospital. This is the equipment that's just shown really small, but it matches, you guys. He didn't kill himself. I don't think he wanted to die. Those little machines is what shows up in that girl from the video I took today. The girl Charlotte Webb, or whatever it's called. This really shouldn't be ignored. Really shouldn't be. I don't understand why it is. That is not, this to me is one of the from the Beeson Bunch covering, being the cover for Aaron Carter. You would think that that's Aaron Carter, but it's not. He's from the Beeston Bunch. What I just showed you as the machinery on his counter is this machinery that you see here close up. And this guy is from the Beeston Bunch. Why would he even look like this? Other than if he was being the cover for someone like Aaron Carter. I believe that that is what they're doing over there on that channel, but I'm not saying it's them. I'm saying someone is using their channel to do this, you guys. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. Their channels are being used. Like, I think Molly, who we know Molly, is in trouble. I think something is really critically wrong over there. So I'm not, by no means, again, am I saying that that's actually them sitting there. This guy is used. The machine is, that stuff is what I just showed you on Erin's countertop. That is this, you guys. This is what you're seeing here. To me, this is Erin. The real Erin. These are common elements, and they're all over. And that's Molly, I believe, with Don Wells. This is a common element. Whatever goes in their mouth. Forget you see strawberries. It's really obvious that they all have the same thing in their mouth. Why is it that this was accepted on these videos? This is Molly. Same shit. Same thing. Forget you see the strawberries. But they basically put his head in the middle of a ice cream or something. I don't know what they're doing. But, and that's from Cracking Cases has some information too. It's Molly. It's not the Molly we know, but she's sitting in, whoever that is sitting in the chair of hell. And there's a real nice close-up of the maroon machinery that she showed in today's video. It's right here. That's the machinery. This is the machinery that you see here, next to Molly's head. See that dude? He's in this picture. He's in this video too. That's the same guy that's in the other video you see. I didn't notice that. Wait a minute. This is the same guy. That's the same guy, right? What's he doing in the video from today? Look at that. Telling you, they're in the same space. They're in the same space. This is the girl that I've shown before. This is what I want to end with. Are a few photos, because I believe this is a real location. And these are as real could get, these pictures that I have of her. Trigger warning. These are trigger warning because this room here, to me, represents that open warehouse that Molly showed the other night, that she was like in a garage. I feel like this is the garage area and it's all the same. This is, wherever this is, should be looked at. The outside is showing information. These are sacrifices, and this person is connected to the elements I just showed you. So, this is why I selected these last. So, in the beginning, I showed you what's around her neck as maroon and white. I showed it around the girl's neck as gray. This is really what it is. It's like mesh material with red. So they camouflage it to look different ways. Yeah, it's on Nina's channel, but we don't know who it is, you know? It's just on her channel, that's all. The stuff that is placed over the eyeballs and against the face, These little pieces look just like this. That's what they look like. They're like, I don't know, like cement-like or clay-like. But understand that these are not fake photos. These are photos that these children and the victims are going through. It's the victims that are touched by this. Wherever this is, to me, this is the location. The serious, real location. I could tell by looking at the ceiling and the windows. The picture all the way to the left, this one, is someone that is been victimized, but notice the color of the eyes and the mouth. They keep the same storyboard going. Stays the same. They keep the same Joker look going. They keep the same blue eyes, green eyes, whatever. It doesn't change. This is a real location. I'm sticking to it. Trigger warning. I don't know whose eyes these are, but this is real, and this is as real as it gets, you guys. This is as close as you're going to get to looking at what they do to these people's eyes. Whatever these patches are and whatever they put on here, whatever they do, this is as close as you're going to get to the truth. Those patches, that little patch, is what I showed you as one of my first photos before I started this presentation. Remember? I showed you that little thing on her eye. It's this. Never changes. Never changes, you guys. It's a very critical thing that they do to the eye. This person's box, this person's little box, it's right behind her. It's not Nina or Nita, whatever her name is. It's right there. This is what the victims go through. I showed you the photo of Summer Moon with that little thing on her forehead. It's real. It happens. And this is what needs to be stopped. This element doesn't change. Just doesn't. I just showed you this on Aaron Carter, and I showed you this on Summer. So how you know that Nita is being used as the cover-up and someone is under her is because she's using the same thing as that fake doctor is. Her head is coming out of the turf thing. See? It's coming out of there. And that doctor, her head is coming out of there. You know, this is one of the most important things to recognize, and I called it a head on a platter. It's a head on a platter. This is our doctor that's prancing around with Julia. I have a serious problem with that. Because this is her. Here are the different faces that are under Nita's face. See? It's not her. but she is being used. That obviously isn't her. But this person is in deep pain. This person is the victim. This is a person that had her eyeball removed. They're showing the information. It's not Nita, but her channel is used. No matter how you slice and dice it, this is what happens to the victims. That's what happens. This photo here is my last photo, which comes from the family that I follow. Is showing, I haven't put it all together, but it's showing a pretty clear photo of the room. Here. So whatever we're dealing with, it goes deep enough that they build equipment, medical equipment for this stuff, and it's built for it. I don't know what this is. Uh-oh, is that what it looks like? I should probably throw it away. But it's significant. Yeah, that fake doctor, I don't know. And I do this series 4 covered a lot. I think if I keep showing these elements and bringing people's eyes to it, because it's not easy to see, and it's unless it's shown to you, unless I show you a picture like this, you're not going to notice it in the next person. That you're going to be like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, that looks familiar. Oh, I know what that is. That's this. You're going to be like, oh, I get it. Oh, okay. So that is this. And then when you see something, you're going to then be like, oh, okay. Well, now I get it, because that is this. So every time you see someone's head inside of someone else's head and you see the tarp, you're going to be able to be like, oh, I get it. This is what's happening. And then you will see the box next to it, and then you'll see everything else. But it starts with one. Starts with one like this. But at the end of the day, the elements are all the same. The purpose is the same. It's a different person, different day, different dollar to somebody else. That's it. I am done for now, you guys, on this Friday night. Muffin Top! Judy's not around. Muffin Top, thank you for keeping everybody wonderful, and everybody else, all my subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. I love getting all the new subscribers. It really helps. And thank you to my new members. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. You're all wonderful. You're my little family over here. Makes a difference. You keep me going. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. You'll get alerted. It's really important to get alerted because I change the time. I do change the time because stuff comes up and I can't help it. So thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your night, your day, if you're beginning your day across the country. And may justice come to these people real soon. Watch for the next, let's see, we'll get part 5. But I'm sure I'll do a video in between. Thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you, Muffin Top. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Good night, folks.